What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So today, as the time I'm filming this, Link is out for delivery. So we're gonna get Link. I'm really excited for Link. I'm gonna compare it to that one, these ones, throw it over here, yada yada yada. We got something big to talk about though. That is the Queen Studios T-Rex 1/3 scale bust. Now, I originally was gonna instantly pre-order this, but then I heard it would not fit through a normal door. Like Queen Studios told me, Spec Fiction told me, they're like, yeah, it's not going to fit through a door. I was like, all right, never mind then. I guess it's not meant to be. Lo and behold, the thing starts shipping, and oh, wait, it actually does fit through a door. Jupiter's cock. I think the T-Rex is one of the coolest looking things I've ever seen. Like that 1/3 T-Rex. And we need to talk about it because I want it, of course. Let me show you guys some quick photos just in case you're unfamiliar with what the frick I'm talking about. So here it is. Absolutely gorgeous. Glass eyes. Looks like acrylic teeth. Really epic paint app. Huge base, you know, comes out from right here. You know, kind of think of it as almost a much bigger version of the T-Rex I got wall mounted, you know, on the ground. This thing's like over 5 feet tall. Absolutely crazy. Alrighty, and then here is like some images, like in-hand photos. What you saw was the prototype. Here's in hands. You know, this is the Jurassic World one. It has the scratches from the Indominus Rex. You could just see how incredibly epic this thing is. Those eyes look extremely good. Very accurate. All right, here's an in-hands video as well of someone that got it. You can see it like next to a garage shelf. The garage shelf is angled, you know, different, but you can kind of see next to other Jurassic how big it is. You know, look at it next to this dude. So absolutely enormous. I mean, I think this guy even puts his head. Yeah, look at that. That's just insane. So, you know, I watched this guy's review. You know, feel free to watch his view. It's Jurassic Park World Collector. But, you know, he freaking loves it. And I really want it. Now, of course, it's very expensive. You know, 5,500 plus bucks. There's zero chance it's going to fit in here, of course. Like, zero chance. The base is huge. I don't think, if I get this, it's definitely not going to, like, it can't go in with this. This is a separate standalone Jurassic setup. There's only 2 places this can kind of go. Well, 3 really. So one, we remove this coffee table, all that crap, and just throw it here in the middle of the room. It'd be an epic centerpiece to my collection. You know, I think it'd definitely be a top 5 statue. Now, someone I know who got it also owns Sauron bust, Thanos bust, and they told me they like it more than Thanos bust. So that's a huge statement considering how much I freaking love that Thanos bust. You know, so right here in the middle of the room. Now, of course, being in the middle of the room, it will block some statues at certain angles. But of course, you can't view every statue from every angle. Like right now, I can't see the endoskeleton behind me. If I want to look at it, I turn around. If I want to look at certain statues, I simply walk to that area to see it. So this would be an obvious location. Would it be right here? It'd be more like right here, you know. But it'd be less wide than this. You know, I believe it's like 3 feet wide, if I remember correctly, and like 3 feet deep to the front of the T-Rex mouth. Something like that, and then like 5 feet tall. So this is 44 inches wide. So it'd be smaller than this, deeper, and of course, you know, it'd come up to probably about right here. You know, but it would be absolutely legendary. You know, I feel like if I'm ever going to put a statue mid-room, it has to be just like a truly epic piece. You know, truly epic, and that is it. So this is my first choice. A second choice, which is very difficult, is if we put it right here. You know, ideally, this is 2 36-inch shelves. I would say downgrade it to 1 24-inch shelf and do the T-Rex here, and then right here you do Rotunda T-Rex. Underneath Dilophosaurus, where Alita is, you'd have to do Raptor bust Raptor. And then right there, you'd have to do like maybe change those shelves out to a bunch of 36 inches, like 36 inches in a row instead of this. And then you'd do my remaining Jurassic World, Mosasaurus, Indominus, and then Jurassic Park 3. So basically all Jurassic down low, and then you could keep the top shelf, probably do like the Game of Thrones there. And then in the hallway, you'd have to basically put everything else here. All this would have to go hallway. Now, I definitely prefer some of these statues over the Jurassic stuff, like my Underworld, my Blade, my Game of Thrones, Alita. That's all more impressive than my Jurassic stuff. So I don't think it's worth doing all of that to have Jurassic together and sacrificing so many good pieces, especially since I really like this TV setup. It took me the longest time to get like a perfect TV setup, and I'm finally at that point where it's perfect. So I don't necessarily want to do anything to screw it up. The only changes I think I could potentially make would be moving Blade under here, removing these entirely, and doing a Hellboy setup over there, because that would be really sick. Like Hellboy, Ape Sapien, Hellboy Bust. I would love that. But I'm also really happy with the Blade here. So yeah, that's kind of the second option, which is probably like my least favorite option. The other option, if it could somehow fit, I don't know if it could, but based off the base dimensions, the backer part is deeper and it gets skinnier on the front. But what if it could fit in this closet? Let's say we remove the G.I. Joe, put Predator mid-room in the other room, or sell it, or whatever. Probably just move it. Because I actually still freaking love that Predator to death. But if it could somehow fit here, like I can scoot this over, not a problem. That I can't. So I'd have to get around this shelf, digging in a few inches. But if I measure it and it could fit in this closet, I'd put it there. I think that'd be a great spot, definitely a great spot to put it. I could scoot this down so it's not intruding into the shelf, move G.I. Joe, and put it there. So that is definitely a good preference, because you'd also be able to from this angle, see all this Jurassic, but then see a giant life-size T-Rex, 1/3 T-Rex there. I just think that'd be super sick. So that is another good choice. Now, of course, there's always just me passing, not getting it, keeping what I have, and being content and happy. I got this one. Now, I absolutely love this bust. I just don't like the fact it's going up when it's a wall mount. A wall mount should never be going up, because it makes the angles terrible. Look how good we can visually see this guy, because he's going forward slightly down. Where the T-Rex is roaring up, it doesn't make a good wall mount pose. It should be just going forward. Because of this is actually better if I had if it was right here, shelf mounted. Then it would be perfect pose. But the pose does make the display angles not ideal. It'd be better if I had it wall mounted right here. But I don't necessarily want to lower it. I want it same height level as that, because it just looks better. So the angles just aren't as good. If I could see it more like that, it'd be better. I still can see it good, but not as good as that one, for example. And I do prefer this one. And this is about 1/6 scale, I would say. 1/6, 1/5, and 1/6. It's slightly smaller than the Chronicle one, but infinitely better in every way. That Chronicle one, really, the paint app, the design, it just wasn't that good. This is much better. And this one has really good glass eyes as well. Not as good as that Queen T-Rex, but still extremely good. I think Queen T-Rex is overall more detailed, but for how big this is and everything, this is freaking amazing. And of course we have this Rotunda, the best T-Rex overall statue. Now ECC is more detailed, has glass size, but overall this is still a far better statue in my opinion. Just the concept, the base, everything. So yeah, that's kind of the little dilemma I'm in. Queen T-Rex, I definitely want it. I've always been a huge fan of T-Rexes. Jurassic Park as a kid was one of my favorite movies as a little kid. So I'm definitely a huge fan. I think the statue is an absolute grail. It's highly limited, pretty much sold out everywhere. but it's definitely something I am considering. So let me know what you guys think. Should Flankster get it? Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.